Ever walked into a room and felt every eye notice you, even without saying a word? That's not loud confidence. That's calm, quiet power. It's the kind of presence that speaks without needing to shout. Machiavelli called it virtù, a mix of skill, courage, and boldness. It's the ability to act at the right moment, with clear awareness of how the world really works. No pretending, no fluff, just sharp instincts and quiet strength that makes people stop and pay attention. Want me to continue in this style for the next paragraph? Machiavelli didn't write about dating or social charm directly, but he offered a blueprint for internal mastery. His core idea: rely on your own resourcefulness rather than waiting for luck or approval from others. A man who crafts his confidence from effort, clear thinking, and decisiveness stands out naturally. In his political treatise, The Prince, he praises leaders who shape their own fate through action and resolve, not those who mince words or wait for permission. So, what does that mean for your life around women? It means cultivating inner stability. Machiavelli warned that fortune or chance favors those who build themselves, not those passive in ambition. Confidence isn't granted, it's earned through personal discipline, risk-taking, and adaptability. We also sift through modern perspectives. Studies show that men with high Machiavellian traits, strategic, self-confident, even emotionally detached, often score higher in leadership and assertiveness. While we don't endorse deceit, these traits offer a lens. They emphasize composed decisiveness and self-trust. Human interest has reframed Machiavelli's masculine ideas. Modern researchers note his vision of strength paired with self-honesty. A confident individual knows his flaws and uses awareness, not pretense, to guide behavior. That's the real Machiavellian leadership, combining honesty with pragmatism, not manipulation. And there's nuance. Machiavelli didn't preach fear alone. Fear must be balanced by hope. Applied socially, that means confidence shouldn't intimidate. It should inspire curiosity and openness. Being grounded, not authoritarian. That is attractiveness rooted in an inner calm, not anger or brashness. Across his writings, there's a call to action: avoid overthinking. Machiavelli wrote that hesitation is risky. When uncertain, act. In modern terms, hesitation broadcasts insecurity. He encourages boldness in initiative, even with vulnerability. Better to try and risk failure than freeze in indecision. So, as you tune this into your own life, begin with self-reliance. Develop skills, fitness, emotional control, and purpose. Practice speaking calmly, listening deeply, and making choices quickly. Refuse to let fortune rule you. You choose your actions. That choice, over time, builds confidence that feels effortless. Picture that confidence when talking to a woman, not rehearsed charm, but genuine engagement built on real interests, self-respect, and presence. That energy, Machiavelli would say, is real virtù. It's quiet, but strong, adaptable, yet grounded. It commands trust naturally, invites connection, and remains unfazed by rejection. Over weeks, cultivate experiences, small risks, conversations, moments outside your comfort zone. Notice how each step shapes who you become. Choose action over passivity. Anchor your worth in your own effort, not approval. Over time, that yields what looks like fearless confidence. By viewing confidence as a practice, anchored in virtù, action, self-awareness, rather than performance or manipulation, you embody a type of refined masculinity Machiavelli admired. When women feel that calm certainty, they're drawn not by ego, but by authentic self-possession. And that, quiet, earned, and unshakable, is the kind of confidence that lasts. And here's the truth you'll feel once you stop chasing and start building. You never needed to be perfect to be deeply attractive. You just needed to be real, anchored in your own skin, unapologetically honest about who you are, and willing to grow without shame or self-pity. Machiavelli's world was filled with men pretending, posturing, grasping for power. But the ones he respected, they didn't pretend. They prepared. They studied themselves like a map. They acted with courage, even when it meant risk. That's not arrogance, it's integrity. And that kind of man doesn't just turn heads, he builds real gravity. Think about that. Gravity. That's what confident men carry with them. It's not about how loud you speak or how smooth your lines are. It's about how deeply rooted you are in your values, how unshaken you remain in the face of tension, and how you lead with clarity, not neediness. Machiavelli might not have been a dating coach, but his idea of virtue has never been more relevant. Because in today's world, distracted, rushed, superficial, there's nothing more attractive than someone who isn't trying to impress, someone who is simply present, someone who is enough. And let's be honest, confidence doesn't always feel confident. It's not a constant high. It's not a lack of fear. It's the choice to keep showing up despite fear, to step into discomfort again and again until what once scared you starts to feel like home. That's the silent power of discipline, the daily grind of owning your story. You don't fake it, you face it. And with each experience, you sharpen your edge. You become less reactive, more deliberate, less anxious, more curious, less hidden, more expressed. Now, women notice this, not because you say the right thing every time, but because your energy doesn't flinch. Your eyes don't dart around searching for approval. You're not performing, you're simply being. And in that space, people feel safer around you, more drawn to you, because you're not trying to take anything from them. You're bringing something instead, grounded energy, a calm challenge, a sense that you know who you are, and you're not in a rush to prove it. That's what separates Machiavellian confidence from shallow bravado. One is all show, the other is earned. One crumbles under pressure, the other thrives in it. You don't have to dominate conversations or control outcomes. You just have to carry yourself like someone who doesn't fear outcomes. Someone who understands that rejection isn't a wound, it's a filter. That silence isn't awkward, it's space. That attraction isn't about being liked, it's about being felt. And this kind of transformation, it doesn't require tricks. It requires responsibility, self-responsibility. That's the backbone of everything. You stop blaming the world, your past, or your fears. You accept them, then you move forward anyway. You stop outsourcing your self-worth to external reactions, and instead, you build rituals that shape who you are when no one's watching. That's real confidence. It's quiet, it's subtle, and it radiates strength. And women, especially those who've done their own inner work, can sense that. They're not drawn to the loudest guy in the room. They're drawn to the one who's listening without flinching, the one who's playful but not needy, honest but not defensive, strong but not forceful. Because that's rare, and rare is magnetic. You won't always get it right. There will be awkward moments, off days, failed connections, but that's the point. Confidence is a process, not a possession. Every stumble adds texture to your character. Every conversation teaches you nuance. Every bold step rewires your nervous system. Until one day, you realize this isn't just something you do, it's who you are now. You become the man who walks into a room and doesn't need to dominate it to leave a mark. The man who can look someone in the eye and say what he means with no apology. The man who's attractive not because of a trick, but because of a truth. He owns himself, fully, fiercely, fearlessly. And in that space, you won't just connect with women, you'll connect with life, deeply, authentically, boldly. Because the same virtues that make you powerful in social settings make you powerful everywhere, in business, in friendships, in the silence of your own thoughts. Confidence becomes your compass. And instead of chasing approval, you become someone who inspires it. So here's the part no one tells you. Becoming fearlessly confident isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to shrink. It's about unlearning insecurity, detaching from false expectations, and stepping into your own masculine edge with clarity. It's not perfection, it's presence. And presence, when fully embodied, doesn't need to convince anyone. It just is. So the next time you feel unsure, remember this. Machiavelli didn't write his legacy by playing it safe. He challenged, he observed, he adapted. And so can you. Let the world think what it wants. Your job is to become undeniable, not by force, but by presence, not by noise, but by depth. That's where your real power lives, right here, right now, ready for you to claim it.